Opening and saving queries in Integra. If you run the same queries regularly, it's possible to save them in Integra. This means that you don't have to enter the criteria and run them from scratch each time. Let's run a simple query in the Organizations screen. When you have entered all of your criteria, click on the green tick in the toolbar or hit the Enter key on your keyboard to run the query. You can see how many organization records have been returned in the white boxes in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. If you save your query, it's important to note that you're saving all of the criteria, not the actual results that have been returned. This means that every time you run the query, the up-to-date records will be returned because the query is dynamic and will check the database every time it's run. To save your query, click on the Save Query icon in the toolbar, or click on the File menu option and select Save Query As. When the Save Query As dialog box appears, navigate to the required folder on your system and enter the file name for your query. Give your query a meaningful name so that you know what it is when you come to open it at a later date. It's also helpful for other users who may use this query too. Your query will be saved as an IQF, an Integra query file. Click on Save. Remember, if you want to share your query with others, save it where they can access it. Also, remember that every time the query is run, the results returned will be up to date. To open a query that's already been saved, click on the Open Query icon in the toolbar, or click on the File menu option and select Open Query. When the Open Query dialog box appears, navigate to the required folder on your system. Select the query called Venues in London and click on the Open button. You'll notice on your screen that the criteria of the query you have opened is entered into each of the required fields. Now all you have to do is run the query to get the up-to-date results. Click on the green tick in the toolbar or hit the Enter key on your keyboard to run the saved query. You can also open the query you just saved in the same way. Click on the Open Query icon in the toolbar, navigate to the folder where your query has been saved and select it. Click on Open. You'll see that the criteria for the query has been entered. Don't forget to click on the green tick in the toolbar to run the query. Queries can be opened and saved in the Individuals screen in the same way.